So Daily, how does a Dalek keep his skin so smooth?
Wait, what? How, they live? It's a shell. How, okay, how do they?
Exfoliate. Go on, laugh.
Planet of the pudding brains.
There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes.
Would you like a jelly baby? Shut up!
Hello and welcome, Whovians. It's time for a brand new episode of
Oh, I got him good. There's the rebound. There's the rebound from the joke. I got him. Screwed up his opening.
Well, Whovians, it is time for a new episode of Musings of a Pudding Brain. I'm Adam.
And I'm Matt.
And damn you, Matt.
I knew it was going to be so horrible it would get you sooner or later.
You got me. Oh.
So, while Daly gets his brains together from the rebound of that horrible
God,
joke, we're here today to talk about Season 11, Episode 12, The Ghost Monument.
Episode 2. 12? We have not reached 12 for this season.
Timey-wimey.
Yes.
Episode 2, yes.
So there's going to be, of course, spoilers galore for the rest of this episode.
Hour.
Go watch it, because we're just doing a recap here.
Seriously, it's Thursday now. If you haven't seen it by now, shame.
Exactly.
Shame.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're back to it with the Doctor, Graham, Ryan, and Yaz, still floating in the void of space.
Yes.
We've got 30 seconds before catastrophic depressurization, which Capaldi's doctor told us in graphic detail exactly what happens to the body. It's not pleasant.
Not at all.
But there's a couple of blinks just to let you know they're in space. They're still kind of
There?
yeah, SOL.
Yeah.
And a ship pops up out of nowhere, out of hyperspace.
Yes.
And you see a grappling hook and then black. Ryan wakes up with Graham in his face, and they're on a ship.
Boom, right there.
Yeah, just, son, wake up. I'm like,
Don't panic, though.
stop it. yeah. Here's your copy of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic.
Immediately, just don't panic.
Yeah. Where are we? We're on a ship. We're on a ship?
Yeah. Immediately, Ryan starts panicking.
Right. Like, don't panic. Wait, what? Wait, no. Where's
like, no.
everybody else? Well,
Yeah.
Yaz and the Doctor are not with them. They've got the pilot of the ship with them.
Yes.
Angstrom, who thinks that somebody is playing a trick. She seems to think that the people she just snatched out of the void of space are somehow involved in whatever she's doing, and calls them little bonuses. And well, where are we? Well, we're orbiting the final planet. How can a planet be final? What are you talking about? What?
Yeah.
Seriously? It's kind of like showing up at the airport and them going, "Welcome to the terminal." That's a poor choice of names. That's just bad wording. But and we flip to the Doctor and Yaz on a different ship. Yaz just coming out of it. The Doctor's already awake and just, taking charge of things with the pilot, who is not real happy with her trying to tell him what to do on a ship.
But his ship is barely holding it together.
Yeah, it's like duct tape and spit kind of
The
routine.
Millennium Falcon is more secure of a ship than this is.
You shut your blasphemous mouth.
The Millennium Falcon has a great safety record.
It's always gotten them out alive in almost one piece. There's the guy ends up having to jettison all but like the escape pod of his ship, basically the nose. So I'm going to say the Falcon's superior.
Okay.
Nah.
All right.
Anyways. Make me Wookiee slap you over there, boy. This is payback for the joke, isn't it?
Probably.
So Epso is having a time with the Doctor like I'm having right now. The ship is falling apart, and the Doctor and the pilot are looking for the planet, which they seem to have lost.
Yeah, the coordinates are correct, but the planet's not there.
But no planet. So they figure out, oh, okay, it's out of orbit. okay, that's
So
why,
where is it?
So where has it gone? And again, they seem to be able to find it because they end up crash landing the ship there. But again, how do you lose a planet? They're sort of largish things, but we'll just go with it.
How does it get that far out of orbit?
Right. And oh, by the way, the planet really doesn't have a name. They only have just like some glyphs that they can loosely be translated to desolation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Doctor, you always bring people to the best places for their first trip out. And I was like,
This
by
is
the
not a
way,
good trip.
the universe doesn't like you and it will eat you. Welcome to the stars.
So, welcome to your first alien planet.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing here.
So as the Doctor and company are crashing above them, Angstrom, Graham, and Ryan land on the planet. It's obviously an alien planet because, the three suns is a dead giveaway.
Usually.
Ryan and Graham have a quick back and forth about, well, what should we do? Well, I think we should probably follow her because we don't know where we are. And
at all.
She doesn't seem like she's coming back. Angstrom has started to go off to survey the area. And as they're back and forthing about being on an alien planet, and Angstrom basically looking at them going, what do you mean you have no idea what's going on? You two you're cute.
You're like, no, we really don't.
Yeah, the ship comes crashing over their heads, literally. And this is where I have to ask, and this is in general to all action movies, sci-fi, whatever. Ship is crashing directly towards you. Instead of running in the direction that the ship is crashing, why do you not run to the side, one way or the other?
Judge the angle and run towards it.
Or get
It
out of
goes
the way.
over
Why
you.
do you let it chase you?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, it's also kind of a panic moment. You do kind of just run straight away from danger.
Again, I'm going at a right angle.
Screw this.
Of course, that might also be the fat kid thinking of, I'm gonna go this way. They're gonna keep chasing them.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna have fun, but it crashes. Of course, everybody just kind of pops out of it like, we're okay.
Hey,
The pilots immediately start arguing about, you almost crashed your ship on us. I know, too bad I didn't actually hit you. They obviously don't like each other.
Nope.
Know each other.
Yes.
And are competitors. But for what, doing what, we have no idea. They're just not giving out details.
it's some sort of race.
Yeah, it seems to be. And the Doctor, as they go off on their own little way, the Doctor quickly turns around and says, okay, so I screwed up. Sorry about that. I promise to get you all home and to protect you.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, right away, the Doctor is doing making promises that you may not necessarily be able to keep. We want to have faith in you. But
Yeah.
again, your track record, not really that great. Lost a few companions, broke a few promises.
Yeah,
maybe
here and there.
But she seems genuinely contrite. Like, yeah, I screwed up. This is on me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Oh, by the way, yeah, welcome to your first, what I'm presuming, your first alien planet. Don't touch anything.
Yes.
And now let's go. And they run off after Angstrom and Epso. And we find out through the back and forth between the two of them that the pilots are the last two left. Everybody else has died. And then alarms start sounding. And of course, let's all run towards the alarms because when the alarms go off, all of the Eloi have to gather. And
The what?
the Eloi, again, if you get that reference, you're awesome. I'm just going to say that now. It's from the Time Machine. The Eloi, the Murlocs would send the sirens out, and the Eloi would all come, and they'd grab a bunch of them and go eat them.
Yes.
So, again, if you got that reference without the explanation, you're awesome. I love you. But they go running, and of course they don't find Murlocs, but they do find a tent. Which, of course, the Doctor asks them, do you know what that is? And Epsom answers, it's a tent. Well, I know it's a tent. Wow. Really?
I love, for me, there's kind of a reference here back to a Seventh Doctor's story called The Greatest Show in the Universe.
Which I'm guessing was about a circus.
Yes.
Okay.
Out in the desert.
Of course. Because where else would
immediately I was just like, yeah, this kind of reminds me of that.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, the whole company goes down to investigate the tent. And Graham has a quick aside saying, wait a minute, if we're on an alien planet and they're aliens and you're an alien, how do we all understand each other? And the doctor kind of spins him around and there's a glowing spot on the back of his neck. He's like, oh yeah, the Medipods you were all in the ships, they implanted you with the universal translator, basically.
Oh.
And
okay.
Graham immediately takes umbrage at the fact that all these people keep, like, probing him and poking him and planting things in him without his consent. Like, Graham, you're with aliens. A little probing is just kind of hand in hand, man. He's like, at least it was your neck.
It
could have been worse. It could have been lower. You know, it could have been a fish in the ear. You never know how these things work.
Ooh. Luckily, it was just a spot on the neck.
Yeah, it's just you got a little bling on the back of your neck now. Just hopefully, batteries don't burn out too quick. And of course the doctor tells him, well, deal with it. If we had my TARDIS, we wouldn't need this. And they all kind of, what? And
they still have no idea what a TARDIS is.
idea.
The doctor hasn't explained anything about the TARDIS.
Right. But they go inside the tent, and there's a gentleman sitting in this very lavish Arabian style, like, 1001 Nights kind of style Arabian tent, and the doctor immediately pegs him out. I was like, you're not really here. What are you? Are you an AI interface? And just like right up in this thing's grill, just uncomfortably close.
I'm gonna look at this
I
thing.
know you're not really here, so I can't possibly bother you. And it ends up he's a hologram of Ilan, the game master, for lack of any other title. He's simply Ilan, and he seems to be, dude, he's Ilan. He's just straight tripping. So he's apparently the game master of this. There were 4,000 pilots who originally entered this rally across 12 galaxies. There are 2 left alive. It's like, dude, like, Amazing Race just got brutal. CBS picked this up yet?
It did. Oh, I mean, this type of race is crazy, but it was for like what? Couple of trillion,
some kind of alien currency there's a quick little comic aside of them trying to break down what the currencies meant in different currencies, like, and the dog I'm just not up on my exchange rates apparently.
It's just that's not working for us.
Basically enough to live very comfortably on their own planet somewhere. Not just a planet with other people, but literally their own planet.
Right.
So it's worth, dying for, apparently.
That's crazy.
The planet they're on is the final challenge. And the challenge is rather straightforward and simple. They have to find the site of the Ghost Monument, which, survive the planet, cross the mountains on the other side of them, you will find the site of the Ghost Monument. Losers will not be transported off-planet. Oh, this includes the doctor and her friends, because they're not part of this deal anyway.
They're not part of the game.
Apparently, whatever bonus the 2 pilots thought they were going to get from plucking these people out of space, Ellen's just like, no, I told you, that was over, that we're done with that.
Yeah.
They count for it. So we did this for nothing? Yes.
Yes.
Just cold, just like, no, I don't care. It has nothing to do with the race. Not my problem.
Nope.
Not my problem. And he does set down a few rules that there is to be no sabotage, no injuries, and no killing each other. Otherwise, instant disqualification. And, you're going to be stranded on this planet.
Yep.
Don't travel at night. Don't touch the water. Like, don't drink the water, but don't even touch the water.
Yeah,
Somebody has made the planet, quote-unquote, cruel. Like, okay, enough with the ominous foreshadowing, dude. Like,
what's going on?
What exactly do you mean it's something has made the planet cruel? Be specific, fool. Nope, that's pretty much all you get. Oh, here's your route markers just for the pilots. Doctor and company. Meh.
Peace out.
Sorry about your luck. But the Doctor is able to get a little bit of information out of the hologram that they're going to have to, transportation will be provided in the form of a boat. It is the one and only piece of assistance that he will lend. And they have to cross the water, go through these ruins. The monument is on the other side of the mist swamps. Apparently, there are no rodents of unusual size in the mist swamps.
Aw.
Again, if you get that reference, you're awesome. The ghost monument appears only once every 1,000 rotations. Now, we don't know if that means days or years. That never really kind of vague about how many a rotation was. And that it was named by the ancient settlers, so it's been here for a while. Oh, and by the way, this leg, it's got to be completed in one solar rotation, one full rotation. Don't travel at night. Talk, kids. Okay,
Bye.
and the pilots peace out, and the Doctor rails on the hologram again, going, yes, well, I'm not part of this stuff, so in order to survive, I need information, and most specifically, what does this ghost monument look like?
Yep.
So he pulls up a diagram, and there is the TARDIS.
Just boom.
So, of course, that's why it's a ghost monument only. It's on some sort of time cycle that it keeps phasing in and out and doesn't actually lock in.
Right.
So it's not a monument to ghosts.
Which I was hoping for.
Yeah, you're just not going to get the Pac-Man ghosts there. I mean, no pink ghosts.
I was really hoping that Clyde got his own monument finally.
Why just Clyde?
Because he's not Inky, Binky, or Plinky. Pinky.
Pinky?
Yeah.
Plinky?
Plinky.
Plinky. All right.
Look, I'm changing the name here.
I don't think it works that way.
Oh, okay. No?
But anyways, so yes, they now know that, okay, it's the TARDIS. Then the Doctor is just like, listen,
perfect.
It doesn't matter what they do. We just have to get there.
That's all we got to do.
If we get there, I can get us home.
Yep.
Really? Yes. Okay. Instant faith in the Doctor. Let's follow the perky chick. Off we go. And
boom.
So they get to the boat. It's one boat. It doesn't work.
Nope.
And, of course, the two pilots are on an armed standoff. Epsom has Angstrom at gunpoint.
Yep.
And the Doctor pretty much just steps up and is like, all right, stop it. We know you're not going to use it. He said you can't kill anybody.
Yeah. If
So
you
just
do,
knock it off.
you're done.
Yeah. Puts it away. Graham and Ryan decide that they're going to take a look at the engine because how much different can it be?
That was
alien
actually
tech. It's not exactly a friggin' lawnmower.
I love the fact that their reasoning for looking at it is how different could it be?
Right.
And they're like, it actually is not that bad. It's pretty solar powered. We're good here.
Yeah, well, it takes them a second. Like, oh, well, I don't know what any of this does. It's like, of course it doesn't. It's an alien craft.
Yeah, jeez.
I mean, I love the enthusiasm and the college try and all that, but seriously, and then it becomes, oh well, wait a minute, it's 3 suns, maybe it's solar powered, maybe that's a battery and not an engine. Oh yeah, and
And basically, I
the
think
Doctor shows up and is just like, all right, boys, look at you, all on the job on the first day. I love your work, and just like kind of playing the cheerleader with no snark or anything, just literally
Just
like. I love
awesome.
you guys. Good
I love you
teamwork.
guys.
So she's like kind of the cheerleader, like the coach and cheerleader. She's the soccer mom of the Doctors. And it's adorable, especially coming off of Capaldi, who is simply the grumpy grandpa who is just sick of these kids' shenanigans and won't you just learn?
Yes.
This version of the Doctor is
There's a bit of an 11 in there, a little bit of 10.
There's a little Mary Poppins in there, let's be honest. There's just a little bit of Mary Poppins, because whenever she disarms Epsom on the dock with the Venetian Aikido or whatever it is, just like, see this, and puts up a pinky
One
and just
pinky.
like jabs him in the throat. It's like, totally paralyzed, absolutely harmless. Shall I stop now? It's like, dude, badass, all right.
So that fighting style was created by the third Doctor.
Oh, awesome.
Because John Pertwee wanted to actually have more action scenes. Yes, that's right. It turned from being like your classic traveling around sci-fi
So he was suddenly
to
Kane.
to the Doctor's stuck on Earth and he's working with Unit and he's beating people up.
Oh, God. He became Magnum P.I. No,
But it was in the 70s.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Low budget.
I can just see the rubber monsters and the bad action shots now.
Oh, yeah. Lots of karate chops.
Yeah. So, while Ryan and Graham are fixing the battery, the Doctor is scanning the water and, oh, yeah, don't touch the water
Don't
because
touch it.
It is filled with flesh-eating microbes. Awesome.
Okay.
So that's what he meant by cruel. Like, it will literally eat you. Even the water will literally eat you. So we've got bad air, bad water, bad soil. What happened here?
Yeah.
Like, so this is not a natural occurrence. Something messed up happened here.
This was created.
Because there's no other life forms anywhere except for the microbes.
Yep.
So what happened? They get the boat going. Angstrom opens up a little bit to the Doctor about, why she's running the race and needs to save her family because her planet is being just systematically cleansed.
Yeah.
And they sent her to do this, so if she wins, she can go back and maybe find them and maybe save them if they're even alive to be saved.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh my God, would somebody tell a fart joke or something? Because it's really bringing it down real quick.
That was a little depressing.
Yeah, just a little bit. And
Like, the show got dark.
yeah, real quick. And Epsom is just kind of himself, like, is just a jerk. And tells a story about his mom telling him to jump out of a tree and she'd catch him, and she just backs away after he jumps and lets him snap his arm and his leg and tells him, oh yeah, like, you can't trust anybody in this world.
Not even
now,
me.
Now you know. And he's like, it's the best thing she ever did for me. And everybody else on the boat is like, yeah, that sounds horrible.
No, that's not cool.
That's messed up.
Dude.
You know?
Your mom was a bitch.
And then he takes a nap. And like, whatever, I'm not talking
Whatever.
to you. I'm just going to sleep. Wake me when we're there.
Wow.
And it's kind of the same thing. Like, Ryan and Graham have a little bit of a heart-to-heart about Grace, which is really Graham trying to reach out a conversational hand to
he's
Ryan,
trying.
and Ryan's just like, yep, nope, don't want to talk about it, don't want to do it. And Graham's like, you know what, you really should. You really should, because you know what, she'd be psyched to be on an alien planet, so we should be psyched to be on an alien planet.
Yeah.
If just to be psyched for her.
You want to talk about it?
You want to talk about it? No.
Ryan's like, no, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Still haven't quite, like, Ryan's like 19 or something like that, so he's still got a bit of the teen angst on him.
The weird part is Yaz is about the same age. They went to school together.
Right, but you get the idea she's a little, like, a year or so older. Probably
Maybe.
not the same class, but close enough to have hung out.
That they knew.
Yeah. But, so after that little bit of depression on the boat,
Yep.
once again, Ryan's woken up by Graham right in his grill. Like, wake up! I'm like, stop it!
Graham is a little...
Are we home? No, it's time to get off the boat. We're not home. Dude, wait, come on, dude.
Graham really is. He's trying really hard to have a connection with Ryan.
Yeah, he really is. He really wants to, and credit for him to try. And Ryan is just your typical pissy 19-year-old.
He's just like, look, man, back up off me, yo.
Yeah. You don't understand me. Stop calling me son. I'm not a kid.
I'm trying so hard to be hip with the
Yeah.
kids these days. Graham's like, so I'm not even going to try to be hip with you. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm your crotchety old white grandfather. You're my black grandson. Deal with it, okay?
This is
how we roll.
like
Wanna hug?
Hawkeye in the Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what's really going on. There's robots outside, and I'm firing arrows, okay? This is what's going on. We're on an alien planet.
I'm somehow being effective out here. Yeah. But they get off the boat and start trekking off to find these ruins, and Epso goes on and on and on about the cigar he's gonna light up once he gets it. Takes half a lifetime to grow and then hand roll, and they make it awesome so it self lights a simple snap of the finger, and and it'll light itself, and you want to smell it. It's the closest you'll ever get to victory, and you just want to smack him, or just grab the cigar and just kind of break it and be like,
I know. Just, all right, there
this
we
is
go.
what I think of your cigar, Pally boy.
At the same time, the moment that he mentioned it, I was like, that's going to be used as a device later on in the episode.
Yeah, key point, smacking you in the face. Yeah.
But
But how can, as long as it's not used like in a Bill Clinton situation, I'm sure it would be fine.
yeah, totally fine.
But they find the ruins, which look suspiciously to me from the outside like a shopping mall at first. It's clearly like human-esque designed habitational sort of thing, but half covered in sand and dirt and whatnot. And
I was like, this is definitely a post-apocalyptic world.
yeah, and of course, as soon as they see the ruins, Epso is like, all right, peace, and starts trucking off.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like, I'm not running into that. Let's take it slowly and approach slowly. But Epso has his gun and just goes taking off. And of course, as any D&D player will tell you, bring the rogue with you, because he immediately trips a silent alarm.
Yep.
Which activates something in the bowels. They just get shadowy figures, and you know that something has been alerted to them being there. The doctor and company end up finding basically a hatch, but as they're staring off into the sunset saying, oh yeah, he did say don't travel at night. Okay, we should probably get like down inside and figure out what we're going to do from there, because we don't want to be on the surface. And as they turn around, they're surrounded by people with guns, looks like people,
hooded figures,
and yeah, Epso finds himself confronted in the hallway he's in at the same time, and the doctor quickly figures out, like, wait, no, they're like sentry bots. They're not actually active. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna back away very non-threateningly and slowly, and nobody makes any sudden. And Epso opens fire on the ones he's on, activates the whole hive of them.
Yep.
Chase scene ensues. There's the doctor using her new sonic screwdriver effectively to block some doorways.
Yeah,
and
lock a door, open doors.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, they're using it correctly again.
Everybody except for Epso finds their way through a small opening into a shooting gallery.
Yeah, right away I noticed that. I was like, that is definitely a target area.
Coincidentally, Epso is the only one to actually get shot in the process of all this. He's the only one who had a gun and started the ruckus.
Yeah.
Maybe a little message in there for the kids.
Don't start a fight.
Quickly followed up by Ryan finding out the same basic lesson of when the doctor says no guns.
Doctor means no guns.
Because Ryan immediately picks up a weapon. Is like, no, we take it to them. I've trained from this. Call of Duty Black Ops. And he jumps out and starts taking shots and blowing all these guards away and dropping them. And then he's like, yeah, that's how we take it to the enemy. That's how we do it.
Click.
And then all the guards stand up and he can't figure out how to reload and starts screaming,
Where's
reload?
Where's reload?
Oh my god, and goes diving back, and the doctor's like, right, so what have we learned?
To listen to you.
Okay, yeah. And, of course, now all the bots know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
They're in a shooting gallery. There's not a lot of places for them to hide. And, of course, the doctor makes the point of grabbing one of the downed robots and saying, see, look, what you needed was right here all the time. You just grabbed the wrong thing. Because these androids, they have a lot of power. And, of course, she knows immediately how to take the power source out of the android and trigger an EMP with it, which knocks everything out.
Sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, it's the doctor. Accept it. Just go with it.
Exactly.
She's been around for a long time, knows a lot of stuff. We'll just go with it.
She knew how to do it right away.
Right, and just immediately knocks it out, and then gets to smirk a little bit to Ryan, going, see, that's how we do this. Pay attention now. But they figure out they've only got about 5 minutes before everything reboots.
Right.
and the chase is on again. They come to find out that the ruins are actually a deserted weapons lab. Basically, they find writing scrawled on this big area, basically telling everybody, we're scientists, we were held against our will, forced to work to create these things. Our families were held hostage. We have tainted the air, the soil. We have created creatures to kill enemies, and we can't do it anymore.
Yeah, we're done.
We're not going to do it anymore. So they pretty much just opened Pandora's box upon this planet.
And just died.
And just let them go. The last thing it says is, they're coming. I'm like, oh, well done, Tolkien. Mine's a Moria. Good reference. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're coming. Like, well, okay. While all this is going on, while the company is translating the writing on the ground, Epso has gone off to take another one of his heroic naps. When will these people learn?
I don't know.
Like, the doctor shows up. You should know by now.
Something
you
bad
don't go
is
to
going to happen.
sleep or like anywhere outside of her eye shot.
Not for a while.
You stay right next to them.
Yeah.
And like, no, I'm not going to sleep. Not going to happen.
But there's always that one dude.
Yeah, it was just whatever. And as soon as he lays down, a strip of cloth that's on the ground by the end of the cot he lays on immediately picks up like it's a snake and starts coming towards him. Now, we've seen a couple sightings of these scraps of cloth throughout the desert as we're traveling to the ruins, but
earlier I was like, it's just a scrap and it's flapping in the breeze.
Right. But there again, we're not picking up on the clues like, where did it come from? Because there's no other life forms on the planet. What would possibly make cloth? These are the things that will get you killed in the Whoverse.
I know.
As Epso
just
finds
cloth.
out, because while the doctor and the rest of them find a map that's going to help them cut time going under the surface.
Yep.
Instead of over the top of it, they can avoid the dangers. And, the lab scientists caused this cataclysm. We really don't want to go up to the surface because Lord only knows what's up there. And, oh, by the way, the Stenza are the ones who are cleansing, making all these weapons.
Yep.
And Angstrom immediately has a vitriolic reaction, like, the Stenza, they're the ones who are cleansing my planet. You know them? Like, oh yeah, we've run into them. Graham's like, my wife died because of them. And Angstrom says, so did mine. I am so sorry. And again, it's just that little,
Yep, no matter what.
Universe doesn't care, kids.
Nope. Who cares? It's love.
So they all know, and for those of you who don't remember, the Stenza is the warrior that we ran into.
Tim Shaw.
Yeah, the Tim Shaw, the Tooth Fairy, as I'm going to think of him as, because
the man who killed another man for just asking for having his salad tossed at him.
Yeah, well, I mean, depending on where you're at, that could be an insult.
I mean...
Do you toss your salad at me, sir? I do toss my salad, sir, but I do not toss my salad at you, sir. Again, if you get this reference, you're on a geek level with us, and we absolutely adore you.
Thank you.
So back, as they're figuring this out, they hear a muffled "murr," and because by this point, the cloth has completely wrapped itself around Epso, constrictor style, and is choking him to death. They managed to get the thing off of him by, of course, cutting it.
Yep.
Somebody was smart enough to have a knife. I believe Yaz had a knife.
I believe so.
Cuts the cloth. It retracts. They all get out of there. The guards show up. More running ensues.
Yep.
And as they're tooling through all of these caverns, they're cutting a lot of great time, and then the system cuts off the life support, so they're going to run out of air.
They got to get up to the surface now.
Scheiße. So yeah, up the ladder, which, oh, by the way, Ryan's still suffering from the neurological thing. That means his balance is kind of crap, so he kind of has to have a pep talk to get up the ladder. Which is ended by the doctor very gently. Okay, kind of have to hurry now.
Just go.
Just go. But they figure out at the top of the ladder they are under the acetylene fields. Now, those of you who know your basic chemistry or know anything about anything that goes boom, acetylene, kind of an explosive gas.
Just a little.
So the doctor tells Ryan, like, just think of facts that you covered in school about acetylene. Just it'll keep your mind occupied while you're climbing. Okay? Okay. So, of course, they get up out of the hatch and immediately is like, does anybody smell garlic? It smells like garlic around here. And what's going on? And
that's what acetylene smells like.
Yeah, it looks like the ground is moving out there. And then all of these wispy pieces of cloth come out of nowhere, Dementor style.
Yeah. And they can talk.
And apparently they can talk.
What is up with that?
And kind of see into your heads and
just a little bit.
Figure out what's going to freak you out the most.
They're kind of bullies.
No, they're totally bullies.
I mean, I was watching that part and I was just like, whoa, not only are they like, we're going to kill you, but we're going to make you hurt beforehand.
It's kind of it's like Pennywise from It. They're feeding on the fear and like it just makes them taste better sort of thing. But while the doctor is able to banter, the doctor's only real superpower, the ability to banter and just get a villain to monologue and keep them distracted while something else is going on, manages to signal to everybody else to kind of shuffle their feet around and dig a little bit. Get a little hollow made out. But when the doctor thinks that she's got the cloth distracted totally and everything's going to be fine, the cloth starts mentioning a few things and can clearly see into her head and mentions the timeless child. And says, I can see deeper and farther back, things you don't remember, things you have hidden from yourself. And the doctor is clearly like, wait, what are you talking about?
You can go back there?
You said what now?
I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued by it.
And, the cloth starts to taunt her a little bit and says, oh, she doesn't remember the outcast, the abandoned and unknown. And the doctor's just like, all right, you know what? Enough. Get out of my head. And so the cloth decides the monologuing is over and attacks everybody and wraps them all up. And the doctor says, hey, Graham, eat cloth, eat up, eat it all, whatever it is you're eating, eat away. You know what everybody likes, some people like after a big feast, a big meal. Hey Graham, you know what I'm talking about. And Graham clues in and reaches over and grabs Epso's cigar, throws it into the air, and somehow, even though they're kind of being held by this sentient cloth, they're all able to drop to the ground suddenly.
Yeah, they all drop straight to the ground.
Straight to the ground, and as soon as they're all laying on the back, the doctor snaps her fingers. And we all get a real quick lesson on what acetylene does whenever it's introduced to a live spark.
Yes.
Because the cigar lights at the snap of the finger and everything is on fire.
Yes.
But
everything
because
in the air.
acetylene is lighter than air, because they're on the ground, they are literally nose to nose with a wall of flame. Which, listen, I don't care, doctor logic or not. That would be very hot and painful to be under.
I think it was about 3 feet above them, though.
Even still, like,
it's gonna be warm.
That amount of,
I know.
That's gotta be really warm.
I've been about, I was in the first level of standard seats at a pro wrestling event. So I was probably about 30 feet away from the ring when pyro went off in the ring and I felt the heat from it. I was like, I'm about 30 feet away and that's hot. So imagine 3 feet. Yeah, no. There are some singed eyebrows.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, the part that would really suck about it is, and they did a cutscene for this, but they basically have to belly crawl out of these fields the entire way because you're not getting up.
That's gonna burn for a little while. You're gonna have
some frosted tips anyway on the top of your hair.
Roll over and crawl.
So as they contemplate that, and just going, welcome to your first alien planet, kids. Hope you're having fun. Luckily, the burst of the fireball took out all of the cloth that was on them, so they were able to get away, and the sun begins to rise, and they find the TARDIS site. Because they don't see the TARDIS, but they see the tent.
The tent is there.
So now it's, well, it was good seeing you. And Angstrom starts heading off, and Episode's like, wait a minute.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah. What do you mean you're going to take it? It's like, listen, look at you. You're completely knackered. If it's a foot race right now, I'll beat you. What are you going to do? I saved your life.
Oh.
Because it was Angstrom who cut the cloth away from Episode's neck, and he's like, well, wait a minute, whose cigar was it? That was my cigar. The cigar saved all of us.
Exactly.
It's like, well,
good point.
Yeah, good point, but that's not exactly the same thing. It was Graham who stole your cigar and threw it in the air, and the Doctor who used it. You just happened to have it, you arrogant.
It's a little arrogant.
But the Doctor basically, again, the power of the voice, negotiates the two of them to say, okay, well, enter the tent at the exact same time and claim a tie.
Yeah.
Dual winners. Which, of course, they're like, that's not a bad idea.
Even if we split the pot, that's actually still a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. So, of course,
I could buy half a planet.
They go hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, step for step into the tent where Ilan is waiting, and Ilan's still Ilan.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Not at all.
He's like, they say, reward your joint winners. He's like, no, bullshit.
Nope.
There's no joint winners ever in the rally. I will declare the final leg null and void, and you will get nothing. So he tries to pull the Willy Wonka on him.
Just right away.
And Epso just gets right in the Illusion's grill and just says, oh yeah, you have made this a living hell for us. You will pay us, or I swear, no matter what happens, I will get off this planet and I will find you, and I will make sure whatever short amount of time you have left will be agonizing. And then backs up, and Angstrom steps up and basically tells him the same thing.
Yeah.
So now pay
if he
up
doesn't, I
or
will.
pay the price, because we have nothing left to lose. At which point, Ilan stops tripping.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know what? Fine. I declare the joint winners. All right, fine. Here we go. Now, let's get out of here. Well, you're going to teleport them with us, right? No, I'm not. Click, and he disappears, and Angstrom and Epso disappear.
The
and it's
tent is gone.
The tent is gone, and the Doctor and the rest of them are standing there on desolation.
Just standing there.
Just going, seriously? God damn it, he's rude.
Come on!
But of course, and there's the moment where the Doctor's like, okay, so we're in trouble.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. And Graham suddenly is the cheerleader going, what are you talking about? We're not done. I'm not done.
Yeah.
Come on, we're still alive on an alien planet. What's the possibilities? I'm not. Are you really done? Yeah, we'll be dead by one more rotation. We won't make it another night. Seriously, I'm like, that can't be. We've got to be able to do something. Wait, do you hear that noise? And the TARDIS appears, and the Doctor and he's like, oh my goodness, yes, come here, out with the sonic screwdriver, trying to get it to stabilize, and it's like, come on, come to daddy, mummy, come to mummy, come to and again, it's just like, oh wait, right.
Wrong body.
Yeah,
whatever.
Wrong body, still getting used to it. And he finally gets it to lock down, and it's, once again, it's the dude with his car syndrome, like, oh, baby, I haven't seen you in so long. Look at you, you've done yourself up nice, because, of course, the TARDIS has a new paint job, and the sign's newer.
Yeah.
And his updates, oh, you made yourself up, I like it, well done. So listen, baby, I forgot my key. I'm so sorry. And it's like, dude, you're still the dude sweet talking the girl into letting you in. This is hysterical. And, of course, the door clicks open. It's like,
immediate. Just pop.
All right, come on in. I was like,
guys,
oh, that's funny.
Here.
Yeah, because it's been a while since you could just snap your fingers and the TARDIS would open for you. It hasn't done, I think Clara was the last one who had let it.
I think so.
Allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't let Capaldi get away with that.
Not entirely.
Not at all. But, of course, they all step in after the, you want us to all cram in there? Yeah, come on in. It's the bigger on the inside bit, new iteration. And you step inside and we're treated to the first look of the TARDIS. Now, when personally, when I first saw it, it's very crystalline.
Yeah.
There's a lot of geometric figures. It looks very like a cross between like an insectile hive, like a beehive, and Superman's Fortress of Solitude.
I was gonna say something Kryptonian.
Yeah, it's very Kryptonian
Yeah.
in nature. A lot of like the hive working kind
hive-
of makes it look like gears
Yep, it
everywhere,
does.
so it looks a little clockwork, but it just looks so hive-like.
Yeah,
And the crystals coming out, it's got like 6 central crystals coming out up and over the main
it's all
piloting station.
all one floor. I'm not a big fan of the color scheme right now, though.
Yeah, it's very dark and amber.
Yeah.
It's, again, why I thought it was sort of like hive-like, because it looks like
insectile.
kind of like a honeycomb.
Yeah,
But very cool. Definitely not what I expected.
Nope.
I don't think anyone really expected that. I'm sure there's many nerd ragophobics out there who were expecting something very girly and very proper British or something like that. Because,
whatever.
again, coming off of Capaldi, which was very rock and roll. You know, the only clean thing in the TARDIS was the guitar. We didn't know what to expect, but there again, I think a lot of people seem to slip and forget that the TARDIS is its own entity, really.
this is
The
this is
Doctor
what the
doesn't-
TARDIS wanted.
Yeah, this
not
is
the
what
Doctor.
the TARDIS wanted, and that's reinforced because the Doctor is like, oh yeah, this is the TARDIS. This is my TARDIS. This is my ship. I can get us home, and it's a time ship too. And everybody's just like, get out of that is awesome. So yeah, let's do this. And Doctor's like, all right, let's do this, and starts firing things up and doing the launch procedure. And there's some sort of weird crystal replica of the TARDIS that spins in a circle real quick.
That could be the chameleon circuit interface,
Okay,
which either means that somehow the TARDIS fixed its own chameleon circuit, or it's just showing that it's permanently stuck as the
TARDIS.
as the blue police box.
Right. So that could go either way. And as the Doctor throws the final switch just down below the console, something clicks into place and she picks it up and it's a little cookie.
It's a
little
biscuit.
biscuit. Which, of course, she just looks at it and takes a bite. I was like, cookie! And end of episode is like, the TARDIS is so happy to see the Doctor again.
Welcome
she
back!
gave her a cookie.
Here's a cookie. You came home.
I like the new skin. Hi.
Oh my god. Actually, I can see it now. The TARDIS is like, my puppy came home.
Yeah, right.
All
You
right,
get a
all right.
treat, don't you, Snookums?
Thank you for coming back.
That are closely followed by, oh my god, thank goodness you're a woman. Do you have any idea how it's been putting up with all of these men for the last 2,000 years? Oh, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have girls' night.
Yes,
And-
we are. And we might drink too much rosé, and we may call an X or two.
We may run into Clara and,
Yeah.
and me somewhere out there, and maybe River, and we'll
But
form
we're
a
gonna
band.
have so much fun.
Yeah.
You still want that, man.
I still want the Josie and the Pussycats episode. That would be hysterical. Especially none of them knowing that the Doctor is now female. That
yeah.
would be the kicker. But yeah, I'm still going for that. I'll keep pushing that fan theory.
That's awesome.
But
yeah,
that just brings us to the end of the episode.
Also, because we kind of skipped it, the title sequence or the theme.
Right, which started right at the beginning of the episode. There was no cold open, and then the theme starts. It looks kind of like a lava lamp flipped on its side.
So a lot like the originals.
Maybe.
I saw it and I immediately was just like, oh, you've brought back just a version of the originals. Thank you. We're not flying through the time stream with the TARDIS popping in and out anymore. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it was something new, but
yeah,
I very quickly
flashy.
tired of it. And I was just like, yeah, okay. Can we get back to something else?
yeah. We're not going through a bunch of gears with the scowling eyebrows looking at us.
Exactly. Now, I do want them to bring back in the title a flash of her face, much like they did with Capaldi.
Yeah.
Because that, for me, is part of what the title sequence for Doctor Who had always been through the classic era.
No, fair enough.
Which, when we got to the new era, I was like, Well, how do I know who the Doctor is?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, which actor is You know what? Don't even start with me.
Fine, I'll save it for next time when we cover Rosa,
Yes.
which we get to meet Rosa Parks. So we're going to be in Alabama in the Deep South there in the Civil Rights Movement. So this should be fun.
It should be, especially, you got... Wow, okay. It's going to be what, the 50s or 60s?
Looks like it's 1955.
1955. So, okay, yeah. You have a man, a woman who's definitely in charge, a Pakistani girl,
policewoman.
yes,
Pakistani policewoman.
yeah, and a
young
19-year-old black man,
and his white grandfather.
Yes.
Yeah, this is gonna be steeped in don't be a bigot. This is gonna be a huge morality episode. I see it coming. I don't see this as being a highly comic episode coming up on it. We're gonna be dealing with some serious issues.
This is going to be a lesson. It's going to be that type of episode.
Yeah, it's going to be humanity must choose sort of thing.
But the Doctor's coming to the U.S.
Yes!
I'm actually, now that I just realized that too. And it's so sad.
And it's not like Turkmenistan or wherever.
Yes.
It's the fake country that always has massive things going down in it.
I know.
Why would anybody want to live there? Just get out of there.
Just leave. Maybe the land's cheap. I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah, listen, you can have the land for $1, but there's a potential of strange alien occurrences, mass devastation, and we had this pyramid show up a little while ago. It's really weird, some monks inside it, but yeah, you can look at all the grazing land.
All right, sold.
Yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog is watching the house next to you.
You're like, all right, that's not really a good
Oh my God,
sign.
we really are in nowhere.
Yeah, next week will be the episode named Rosa. I can't wait. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out the episode. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Join the notification squad. Leave a comment down below.
Share us with your friends.
Yeah, let everyone else know. And also, remember to keep your eyes and ears out because you never know where or when the Doctor's going to turn up next. Unlike us, we'll be here next week.